Entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, 18 Gator, 6'6", pull it high.
Watch the pass, watch the pass.
Knee grip.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That one complete. He finds Shark. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Got it.
40, Mike, 40.
Trick zone, travel. Slit. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Get it.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. 50, plant. Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 30-yard line.
On the double.
Mike's 59. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Smooth.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Bravo. Ready?
Minshew, 1st and 10. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 2nd and goal, Minshew. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 27, Tannehill. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man?
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Come to my world. Hey, check 2061. Matchbox light. Choose.
A shotgun give to Fournette. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's go. 30 base. Hey, exit.
Three ball.
Out of the gun is Minshew. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually...
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Ready, set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Titans first down.
Ready. Topper.
Pick up the ball.
Snap.
A first down carry for Henry. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Coaching spell 2.
Fournette on the counter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kamale Correa gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll go play action here with Minshew. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Greystone, ready?
Back to throw, Tannehill. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. And it's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
44's the mic. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check out.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another first and 10.
Watch the screen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Tannehill. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the edge.
5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that's complete to Gates. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Keep playing
On the set.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now it's Tannehill, and it's complete. Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Tannehill now. He's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tannehill. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Gates with a grab. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Tannehill on 1st down. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Antonio Gates, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to get a score back. Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack.
There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's second down.
Go. 60 outlaw. Blue draw quarter. Snap.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kamale Correa, his second sack of the night.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. He's going to go deep for Conley. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Ready?
44, Mike, 44. Not today, you aren't. Not today.
On first and 10, Tannehill. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I know retirement ceremonies and rocking chairs often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Here's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
17 yards on that play for the Titans.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the third time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Minshew. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, Haywood! Get it!
From the 44, Tannehill. He gets this one to Garcon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent. They allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Fournette.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 11-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jags, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.